Hi, I'm Todd Sepulveda. I'm here in my classroom at Postman Elementary. I want to take a little bit of your time to share with you some information that I read when I was doing a project for one of my graduate classes. I read an article from the Dallas Morning News, a journalist by the name of Kim Breen. The article was entitled, "Skittles and a Cookie That'll Be $4,000." And it's information I believe every teacher should know. Basically, the article goes like this. The federal government gives every state money for children who are on free and reduced lunch. In return, the federal government wants to make sure that school districts are meeting the needs of foods of minimal nutritional value. They want the kids to eat a nutritional meal. Now, the state has 9 compliance officers that go around and visit the 250 districts in the state of Texas. And they are making sure that schools are following the rules. Now, some of these compliance officers will go in and they'll interview students. They'll go into the cafeteria and they'll even measure. At times, they'll even look at the expressions of students when they go and try to buy something out of a coin-operated machine. And if a kid looks surprised that a machine is not on, well, that sends off flags to them that the reason it's off is because they are there. The fines come in the form of a 1-day penalty of the funds that that school would have received for free and reduced lunch. So the schools that have a higher percentage of students who are on free and reduced lunch stand to lose more money and have a bigger fine. The problem that we're facing now is that some people believe that the fines, the 1-day fine, is not enough. So they're looking to fine in a bigger way. In fact, instead of losing 1 day's worth of federal funds, some people, like the Agricultural Commissioner, Susan Combs, is talking about losing up to 4 weeks' worth of free and reduced funds from the federal government. The title of the article is based on violations that Dallas ISD encountered when a student shared a bag of Skittles with another student, and a cookie that was sold in the cafeteria was 1/4 of an ounce too much in its weight. Those seem like insignificant things, but they cost the district $4,000, those two things combined. Another school district lost a lot of money because a kid shared gummy bears with another student. Now, again, those are things that really are not in the control of teachers, but I think teachers need to do as much as they can to make sure that we're not violating any of these federal guidelines and food of minimal nutritional value. There are 3 things that I believe teachers could do. Number 1 is communicate with parents. At our curriculum nights, grade level newsletters, through emails, anytime you're face-to-face, you might want to just mention that students are not allowed to share food. Some of our students have allergic reactions and we don't always know what they are. We want to make sure that they're not going to have an allergic reaction to something that someone's giving them, sharing with them. We can also communicate with students. We can communicate with them various times throughout the year, but definitely at the beginning of the year to let them know that sharing food is not allowed. And the third thing is just we can monitor as teachers when we're in the lunchroom, in the cafeteria, walking around making sure that students aren't sharing food. If a student has bought a lunch and they have something that is not sold in the cafeteria, maybe we need to ask them why they have that or where they got that from, and just be proactive on that so our school doesn't lose any money when it comes to a compliance officer coming in and visiting us. On the flip side of that, there are 3 days that schools are allowed to serve food that is not in the federal guidelines, and cookies and candy and stuff like that. And that's all set up and laid out and given to the principals and to the school districts to decide how they're going to do that. But I think every teacher should do their part to make sure that we are monitoring our students and that we don't have a visit or a negative visit from a state compliance officer. Thanks for your time.